Welcome back to the show. In case you've just joined us, this is Greg Ferrera's Real Estate Rescue. You're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. Folks, thanks for taking time to join us. It is a beautiful weekend in October. Yes, October 2025. Fall is here. Sporting events going on, baseball games. We're getting ready for the World Series. That's coming up here pretty soon. They're going through that process right now. And we got football, right? College football, NFL, all kinds of sports going on, along with the weather changing, the leaves are changing. What a beautiful time, my favorite time of year. Thanks for taking time to join us here today. We're talking about what's happening here in the market, and it's changing. I want to go through the stats real quick so I don't get myself in trouble. For those folks who love the stats, I don't want to miss that. So let's go through it real quick. Now remember, the criteria that we use right here is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage or greater. So 3 bedrooms or more, 2 bathrooms or more, 2-car garage or more, half acre or smaller on the lot. That's our criteria. I want to start right here in Ada County. As of this week, there were 1,827 homes for sale. Average list price, if you're sitting down, $752,000. I know that's a lot. That's pretty high, but 752, that's our average right here in mid-October 2025. Average days on the market, 66. Now, I'm going to break this down, new construction and resale. We'll start with new construction at 999 new construction homes available in some sort of status of being available. Average list price, 756. When I say some sort of status, there are 3 statuses for new construction. There's to be built, those ones that are getting ready to build. There were 90 of those. And then under construction, obviously hammer, nails, concrete, the process. Under construction, there were 296. And then the number I've been watching, folks, for a number of months that keeps going up. New, never occupied. Those are the homes finished, ready to be called your new home, 587. I'm willing to bet we're going to see 600 before the year's over. We'll see. We're just slowly moving up. Right now, it's 587 homes. Of the 999 are finished, ready to be called your new home. Folks, a lot of motivation there. I've said for years, please let me know. If you'd like to take a chance, go out and find a brand new home for yourselves. Give me a holler, because when you just walk into those subdivisions, because they're offering free lunch, hot dogs, in the summer it was free. They're going to change a little bit for the fall. It's cooling off, but normally it's free lunches. There's a lot of flags, and it looks like a lot of fun. Please understand those folks work for the builder. They don't work for you. That's my job, to help you take advantage of the opportunities. So let me know. Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com. And you can call me straight away, 208-559-0590. I say that a lot, 559-0590. All right, average sold price of those same new construction homes since October 1st, just a couple weeks ago, $590. Average list price, $756. Average sold price, $590. So that is adjusting downward. That's the trend. We're going to keep an eye on that. That doesn't mean every home sells for $590, folks. That's just our average. All right, let's go to the resale homes. There was 826 in Ada County. Average list price for the resale homes, $746,000. Now vacant, 358 homes vacant of the 826. Rumor is that there's more of those homes are vacant. They just don't get listed that way. Now average sold price, $621. Greg, what was the average list price? $746. So what do we have? About $125,000 difference lower in the average sold price. That's as of October 1st. So that's our trend, trending down. So total of the 1,827 homes, we have about 945 sitting vacant. That's new construction, waiting to be called your new home, the vacant homes sitting that are completed, or the vacant resale homes waiting to be called your new home. It's about 51%, folks, of the total homes listed for sale in Ada County are vacant. That's not normal. That's not necessarily a good stat. I'm just watching this, and I continue to share with you. There's some great opportunities out there for you to take advantage of. Now, right next door in beautiful Canyon County, we had 830 homes total. Average list price, $505,000. Days on the market, 71. not 7.1 like we had here a couple, 2, 3 years ago, 71. That's over 2 months, and that's going up a little bit each week and each month. Now, new construction, we'll break it down. 543 homes. Average list price is $512,000. And to break this down, to be built, there was 64. Under construction, 118. New never occupied, 340. So of the 543 homes listed in the new construction process, 340 of those are currently completed, ready to be called your new home. I say it again, get a hold of me. If you want some help, we can help you take advantage of some great opportunities. Real Estate Rescue, Idaho.com. Reach out to me, or you can call me if you don't like that tech stuff. You want that old school phone, 208-559-0590. That's 559-0590. Jot that down. Average sold price of the new construction as of October 1st, a couple weeks ago, is $483. So $512 is the average list price for the new construction. $483 is the average sold. Now let's go right over to the resale homes, 296, just under 300. Average list price, $492. Of the 296 for sale, 117 of those are vacant. The average sold price, $410. So $492 is the average list price for the resale homes in Canyon County, and $410 is the average sold price as of October 1st. Now, total listings in both counties, 2,657. I made a little note here. 52% of our total listings for sale in both counties are vacant. That includes new construction and resale. Folks, that's astounding. That's not normal. In a normal market, we might see 10%, maybe 20%. That would be, 1 to 2. Yeah, you might have 3 homes vacant in a normal market, but certainly not 5 out of 10. Wow, that's a bunch. A lot of opportunity. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I see this trend around the country, not just here in Idaho. It's interesting. That means there's a lot of opportunity. I'm going to talk here. What do I have? A couple minutes left. I'm going to talk about sellers and buyers. We have kind of a renewed energy, if you will. I have a lot of buyers who were, I joke and say, they went camping and over 4th of July and didn't come back. Well, they're back. They're looking around. They're calling. They're wanting to see homes. And some of the things they're talking about, I want to share with you because it's very interesting. So we have a market right now where you have just under 2,000 homes available in Ada County and just under 1,000 homes in Canyon County. Wow, a lot of opportunity. Now, the prices, people are saying, are still high. Well, okay, I'll give you that, but there's opportunity out there. And I was talking this past week with a number of different buyers and what we might do, and this includes sellers. I put a deal together this last week, and I was talking with a seller, and she kept saying, Greg, I want to make sure this is right and that's right. Greg, what is it? What will this cost, and what will that cost? What will this happen, and what will happen here? She asked a series of questions, and I said, I'm not going to give her name. I said, I'm kind of cracking up right now because on the show, I always talk about the 2 biggest concerns that I call it the 2 questions for sellers, which are how much are we going to get and when? And she kind of started laughing. She's been around. I've worked with her before. She's got great history, great folks to work with here in the Valley. Professionals here, quite frankly, and they know what's going on. We kind of had a good laugh. We're right back to the basics, right? For a buyer, the 2 questions are how much out of our pocket and how much a month. And then buyers want to get a deal, right? And they're interested in the deal. And the sellers want to know how much are we getting and when. And, they want top dollar. They don't want to give the homes away. So it's an interesting dynamic as we're watching people re-engage in the market. It was quiet there for a while. We had Kara Curry on. We've talked with her over the last several weeks and few months. It got kind of quiet over the summer, and folks are starting to re-engage again before the end of the year. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Can we put some deals together? I am putting several transactions together with folks. Here in the last couple weeks, they're kind of going, okay, Greg, we want to go look at these homes. And I'll share with you, it looks like sellers are coming to that place where they're doing that reevaluation. And I want to take a quick commercial break, and I want to talk about that for a minute. I think it's important. Why are we involved in these real estate transactions? I talk about life transitions, folks, all the time. We're not moving for fun. We're moving because of the situation we're in with our life. And I want to help make this easier to get through so you can move on with your life and have a little more fun. But I need to take a quick commercial break before we get to that. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the show. You're tuned in to KIDO Talk Radio, 580 AM and 107.5 FM. It's Greg Ferrera's Our Real Estate Rescue. I'm your host, Greg Ferrera, and I appreciate you being here. Take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.